So BCR 2.4 is looking at understanding and explaining how the structures created by the two types of bonds that we're looking at, specifically ionic and covalent, are different. So what we've done up until now, we've talked about that there are two types of bonds. We talked about the elements and ions that create those bonds. We talked about how they're created, naming them, writing formulas, all that kind of stuff. And 2.4 is all about looking at the structures of both of those bonds. So what you're going to do and the activity that's required that goes along with your 2.4 performance task is the ionic and covalent structures, where you're actually building structures out of marshmallows, ionic structures as compared to covalent structures. And you're kind of taking a look and kind of going through some guided questions to figure out how are they so different. And then when you do that, you'll be taking pictures and you will be completing the 2.4 performance task. Both of these things are required. There's no alternative mastery for this, or you can earn mastery back just like everything, but there's no alternative mastery. So you can't create something different. We kind of a blanket statement that everyone's got to go through this. Make sure get their hands on it, especially these structures, because it can be a pretty abstract objective. Now, big idea questions are: how do real life ionic structures stick or bond together? Ionic compounds can be infinitely large. How can this be possible? And you'll see this with sodium chloride. How do real life covalent structures stick or bond together? How can the same element bond with itself but have different variations of strength and flexibility? So this is looking at carbon bonding with itself. So making graphite to diamond to carbon nanotubes. All of these things are thousands of different structures that carbon can make by itself. And how is that possible? How are ionic and covalent compound structures similar? How are ionic and covalent compound structures different? Sorry, I can't talk. So all of those are some big idea questions that you'll address in the activity as well as the performance task. So just to review the objective: understand and explain how the structures created by the two types of bonds are different. So once again, we've already kind of looked at everything, and this is the culminating thing about bonds, which is looking at the structures of them. All right, let me know if you have questions. Good luck and have fun with the marshmallows.